Hey, it's Todd Ault. I'm down here in Miami, the Bitcoin capital of the U.S. I don't know, Jason. Is Miami the Bitcoin capital of the world? It seems like it. There's a lot of Bitcoin billionaires and millionaires down here. Jason, what do you know about Miami and Bitcoin?
Yeah, they like the vacation there. There's a lot of Bitcoin millionaires there. Actually, there's a lot in Puerto Rico, too.
Hey, it's the 28th of January 28th, 2022. And it's the 180th episode of Risk On. Now, we know it is not the greatest show about risk, but we're trying to make it the greatest show. And I want you to make sure you tune into our social media, you like and follow us. That's super important for the algorithm. We don't charge for social media. We don't make any money off of social media, but it's important that we're in that algorithm. I do want you to check out the conferences coming up. We're going to put on the Risk On Conference new video, which is coming up May 15th, May 12th through the 15th. We got a lot of speakers, including Brad Lee, Charles Payne, Chris Wu will be there. Chris Wu will be there. Let's roll that clip.
For me, Risk On is a philosophy. I'm a 30-year-plus Wall Street veteran, been doing this a long time, but I kind of live Risk On the whole time, and I'm trying to bring you guys what I do on a regular basis.
Traders are really worried.
Begin with the economic consequences.
86% financial fragility.
And more about
publish something like this.
I knew I was worth more than
frustrated as we do the classic risk off day.
I've been through this before. I've been at this for 32, 33 years. You know, I've ran a hedge fund for many years, and I really want to talk about things that I think we do that are risk on.
Focus on growth sectors, aviation. You close the sale by moving it from.
I can't stress to you how smart these people are.
Hey, you can go to toddault.com and you can pre-register there. You don't have to pay for anything when you do it. You just got to get on the list, and that list is really filling up fast. I'm pretty impressed with the number of people that have already signed up, and I appreciate that. Podcast coming up, Alexander Svetsky. Hey, Skylar, how do I say it? You know me, I can't spell for anything. How do I say it right? Well, I couldn't hear you for some reason. I can hear you now.
Oh, yeah, Svetsky. You said it right.
Yeah. Kalpana, we did a Kalpana, we did that.
I think. Yeah.
No, it's not Kalpana. Too. We're terrible at it. Kalpana. Kalpana is.
Why?
Kalpana Pot. She's great. We did a podcast with her the other day. We weren't able to do the one with Charlie Lee. Got delayed. Charlie didn't feel so well. Jason, how was it out in the Midwest?
Oh, you're muted. He ate a lot of barbecue. Yeah. We know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was cold. It was 4 degrees.
The trials and tribulations of doing things remotely. Jason, you were in the Midwest. I'm in Miami. Skyla's in Nevada. Christy's in the studio. Skyla's in the studio. Jason, how was the Midwest?
I just got back. Just landed like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. It was very cold, very friendly people. Met a lot of good people there, and looked like some promising business opportunities there.
Hey, Alexander Svetsky, I can't say it right, will be on the show on February 4th. He is the founder of Amber, the world's first Bitcoin DCA app. He is also a writer and editor for the Bitcoin Times. That'll be fun. Hey, Jason, let's go right to the market, my friend. Let's do a market update.
Let's see here. Do I have some market data? Let me take a look here. Yeah,
I do.
Sure.
I'll read it. I'll read it to you. Best S&P day since last June. S&P up 105.34. NASDAQ up a strong 417 points, 3.13%. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 564. Wow. We just keep rolling. We're fighting that Fed a little bit, although there's been a little bit of a sell-off, obviously. I saw the news on Alzheimer's, that interview on Biospace, and I got an email from a friend of mine who said that was the most simple explanation of the first drug they'd ever seen. I'm going to ask Christy to put a link of that in the show when it's published. in the information section down below. You can go down below. There'll be a link to that Alzamend article on Biospace, or you could just type in Alzamend. I'm sure the news is all over the place. But I read that. I was really happy with that. That is obviously a third-party article, not something we wrote. It was a nice interview. Jason, did you get a chance to read that?
Not yet. I have it on my list of things to do, though, for sure.
Oh, you're so busy, man. You're so busy.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to find stuff that we need to get, and we're working hard on finding it. So, yeah.
I was pretty pleased. Obviously, one thing that's concerning earlier today, and we need to look it up. Jason, did you see where Tesla closed?
Nope, I didn't get to look at anything. I've been on a plane. Sorry.
All right, I'll handle it. Okay, Tesla closed at 846, up $17 today, about 2%. But earlier in the day, it hit a low of 792, and I can see people really worrying about it. It was kind of weighing on the market a little bit in terms of how it was performing. It was nice to see that rally back. I'm going to look up Centro real quick. That thing looked terrible at one point.
Is it down to 10 cents yet?
You mean on a split adjusted basis?
Yeah, pre-reverse.
Yeah, you got Centro at $1.58.
Dude, it is down to 10 cents.
People leaning on that bad boy pretty hard, on Centro. What is that? 52-week low today. What is that in terms of price?
10.5 pennies, 10.5 cents pre-split.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, it looks like a screaming. If you believe in EV and you believe in what they're doing there, and they got some great contracts. They delivered a lot of vehicles. If you believe in what they're doing, what's the market cap now? It's got to be dirt cheap.
What is it? It's probably like 200 million, right? Let me look. This is interesting.
No, I think with 261 million shares outstanding, I see a market cap of 412 million.
Is it still that high? Yeah, 412. Wow.
That thing has got just pummeled, but maybe an opportunity. I mean, if you're talking about something that could potentially bounce.
Well,
now I won't.
Go ahead.
I won't comment on BitNile because they keep selling it. I have a 10b5 plan. We published that for the hedge fund. I don't control the buying there. I don't control the buyback or the buying. But what's interesting is that they keep selling it to us at cheap prices. So I guess I can't complain no matter what I say. I'm not really going to get into it anymore. I don't give up. I just say, listen, guys, I've said my piece here. You guys can say what you want. Some lunatic said I was selling it through a subsidiary. No, definitely not. I shouldn't even acknowledge that. I don't know why I brought that up. But I saw that GameStop rallied back. It's about $97.50. So wasn't there a time, Jason, where we saw that stock around
483?
No, it was like $400, right?
Yeah, 483 it maxed out at, I believe.
Big story of the day, Apple just crushing it, just continuing to print money like they're the Federal Reserve. They just print cash like crazy. They print it in fiat and then just keep printing more and more and more of it. I mean, just crushing it. I don't know. I look at the market conditions and I don't think anything's much changed. I see Boeing at $190. That's a lot lower. Ford, 1954. Mullen, 284. That's been clipped a little bit. A lot of
commodities are strong. Look at ExxonMobil. Look at Devon Energy. Look at FCX. A lot of commodities looking good. Oil's going to 100. Chevron looks strong. Hey, circle back to Centro real quick. Workhorse, Lordstown Motors there. WKHS market cap 452 million. Only 40 million more. Yeah, so that gives you a little bit of comparison there, apples to apples. $2.90 share price. Interesting.
I saw Robinhood kind of bounced off the bottom, but thank God we sold that. I got that on the IPO and I sold it in the 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
And I think it hit $10 last night in the aftermarket, 10 and a quarter. Buffett makes almost $10 billion in a single day off his Apple investment. Just incredible. He just printing money. And Berkshire Hathaway is like a proxy for Apple now. I'm really curious as to what he's going to do with it because he's got like I could be wrong here, and I want everyone to not take this as a statement of fact. This could be information that could be incorrect. But the last time I checked, his investment portfolio was made up of 40% of Apple.
Wow.
And I believe he has about a 5% position in a company worth, I'm pretty sure it's worth 150 billion of his market cap. It's just, I think that's true, right? I mean, it's pretty sick. Jason, this is just ridiculous numbers. And he's already sold some last year. So it's just, he's just printed money with Apple. I kind of wonder what he does. I mean, he could just, it's a sick position, just incredible amount of money made on Apple. And he waited a long time. This brings up Bill Ackman. He owns just over 5% of Apple stock. And it's just incredible. Wow, just an amazing position. You saw Bill Ackman buy Netflix after it fell back, from 700, 600 to in the 380 range. It's interesting because he could have bought it the whole way up about 10 times where it was a few years ago, but now he sees it as a bigger company. He's taken a position. He's in the top 20%. And Buffett did the same thing. He waited years before he bought Apple, and it got bigger. But the difference is Apple's given a lot of cash back. What are your thoughts, Jason? What brilliant person could tell you to buy Apple today?
I mean, it's been a home run the whole time. And there's a couple of sectors that are beaten down that you could still have an opportunity, in my opinion. You looked at pending home sales were down 7% today. It looks like interest rates are going to be on the rise. I don't know. Bank of America is hinting at like 7 rate hikes. They're out of their mind, in my opinion. But it looks like you could make a case for maybe Home Depot and Lowe's, home repair, home improvement stuff. It looks like those are maybe a couple of opportunities to go long. Not a recommendation, just my opinion. Looking at my silver. Yeah.
Go ahead. Silver, go ahead.
No, my silver and gold stocks. So here's what's happened with the DXY. That's the dollar index fund. A lot of people might not know this, but the dollar index fund is actually weighted against other currencies throughout the world. That's why I think it's 97 now. It's had a massive run up since the FOMC meeting. So DXY is crushing silver and gold and precious metals. Actually, it's down a little bit here, but AUMN and AG, a couple of favorites, GORO, Barrick Gold, GOLD, all of these things are just, you can pick them up off the scrap heap right now. And spot silver and gold have been pummeled in the last, this entire week. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the rest of the world, but it's a fact that the US dollar is just so strong compared to other currencies. So that's why the DXY is so strong. That's not really compared against commodities. The DXY is a fund compared against other currencies.
There's an important article on CNBC, and I have to read it to you. I can't show it to you because of the way the setup is, but Visa says crypto-linked credit cards used 2.5 billion in the first quarter. This is a huge deal, and I'll explain to you why, and that is, so Visa said in its recent call, customers made 2.5 billion in payments with crypto-linked cards in its fiscal first quarter. People using the crypto-linked cards spent a variety of ways: retail goods, services, restaurants, etc. The CFO of Visa said by phone, Visa started using crypto consulting services and investment platforms as part of their digital currency adoption. $2.5 billion spent on Visa credit cards in the first quarter.
Wow.
Okay. If this isn't getting real, I don't know what real is. I mean, that's Bitcoin's being used, Ethereum's being used. I think this is a great sign for what we're doing. We're a Bitcoin, we're turning into a Bitcoin factory. We make Bitcoin. We mint those fresh coins every single day. Jason, you've really been working your tail off to have that happen for us, and I love that. Speaking of working our tail off, are you going to join us at the conference? Are you going to join us at the Risk On conference? We have some great people involved with Bitcoin. We're going to run another clip of that. I want you to join me. Get on the pre-list here. Can we run that clip real quick? I bet Brett right now is going, wait, we supposed to run that clip right now? Let's go, Brett.
Risk On is a philosophy. I'm a 30-year plus Wall Street veteran, been doing this a long time, but I kind of live risk on the whole time, and I'm trying to bring you guys what I do on a regular basis.
Are really worried
begin with the economic consequences.
86% financial fragility.
Publish something like this.
I knew I was worth more than
Frustrated as we do the classic risk off day.
I've been through this before. I've been at this for 32, 33 years. You know, I've ran a hedge fund for many years, and I really want to talk about things that I think we do that are risk on.
Focus on growth sectors, aviation. You close the sale by moving it from.
I can't stress to you how smart these people are.
Hey, if you go over to my Todd Ault page, you can sign up right there. You can get on the pre-list. You don't have to spend anything yet. You just got to get on the list. We'll invite you we'll let you know what things are going to be. Some people obviously are going to be my guests. We got a bunch of exciting people. They're going to be there. I don't know, Jason. I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on what you saw taking place, you know, this last couple days with the Fed. I mean, just sort of wind down on a Friday. It's kind of been like an insane couple days. It was good to see the market balance on a Friday. What are your thoughts on today and kind of just the last couple days, sort of summary of what you're feeling about the market? It's strange. I saw oil and silver and gold get hit a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a weird place we're at. Weird place.
Well, quantitative tightening, QT, that's going to correlate to what you're seeing now. And what I think you're going to see is an expansion of households leaning on revolving debt more. Like you said, Visa was, crypto is being used for a lot of initial investments in home purchases now. That's another thing we touched on. But revolving credit cards now are starting to soar the debt, the accumulation. No more stimmy, people having to live within their means. The government doesn't have to live within their means, but you and I, we have to live within our means. We have budgets we have to, adhere to. So you're seeing some tightening, the balance sheet, the unwinding. It looks like March is right around the corner. Will they do a quarter point? Will Powell get bold and take some of the recommendations from some of the pundits to raise rates a half a point? I just don't see that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
A lot of canceled flights this weekend. I thought it was interesting to see Tesla still delivering despite the constraints with the supply chain. I really think something's brewing in a sense. Is why is Biden keep hardcore snubbing Elon Musk? I mean, what is he doing, Jason? How do you snub the Thomas Edison of our day, one of the most important people in business, a job creator, a free marketer? How do you snub Elon Musk like this?
How about the largest single tax-paying human known to mankind? Yeah, it's 11 billion or so, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of upset with what's going on with as it regards to the Supreme Court and OSHA getting, struck down, his mandates. But he doesn't really need Elon. I mean, he's got guys like George Soros. Soros just donated $125 million to Democrats right before the November midterms are coming up. I mean, he's got all kinds of left-wing donors. I don't think he really needs Soros, or he doesn't need Elon. But what's going to be interesting is how the midterms play out. So we talked about this a little bit, Todd. We talked about how they're going to take executive action on the entire crypto market. It looks like Biden's minions are going to come up with some executive action. And what that tells me is if that's too severe, they're basically going to push an entire segment of the population towards the Republicans. And I don't even mean just the midterms with the House and the Senate and the DC, openings. I'm talking about local elections where it matters, where change can occur. If you're forcing people to get away from crypto, especially the millennials and Gen Z, then you might just push an entire population, entire generations towards Republicans. And they're going to want to push and make change and get the could be draconian policies of the Democrats, in crypto. So let's see what happens. It could be the bark could be a lot worse than the bite. So let's see what happens with the executive action.
I did want to talk about something I saw yesterday, and I think that people who believe this chip shortage is going to last past the fourth quarter may be finding out that there's some double ordering going on as things catch up towards the end of 2022, you might see a sort of a pullback and you're getting all the chips you need. So we're going to see this shortage, I think, through 2022. But you see Intel investing. A lot of times these things overshoot. I think people should pay attention to what's happening with Lam Research and how they're having trouble getting product. They can't even make the devices that make the devices.
Right.
So, but eventually that's gonna taper off. I think there was some double ordering. I think that's gonna catch up to us a little bit there. I don't know. I can't tell, like, what's the sign that things are calming a little bit. I don't know. I mean, when you really think about it, even if the Fed rose a bunch of times and Fed funds got to 2.5%, let's say they rose 6-7 times, right? And they got there. I don't know that that's going to matter much in terms of where money's being made in technology. Apple has 1.8 billion active devices in the world.
Jeez.
I don't think people understand what a behemoth that thing has become. I mean, 1.8 billion active devices. They're in your hand every day.
Is it how many people on Earth? 7 billion?
I think we're approaching 8 billion. Are we not?
8 billion. So
Yeah.
like over 20% of humanity would have an active Apple device. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. It's crazy, and it's insane. I don't know. You know, I guess I would just try to say that I'm happy to see the weekend a little calmer than it's been going on. I don't know. I just it was a pretty crazy couple days. Interesting to watch the Avenatti thing with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, I did see that. The cross-examination. He's asking her how she speaks to dead people and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Hey, we didn't talk about Trudeau and Elon. Elon was tweeting about, so there's a world record 40, listen to this. There's a world record 43-mile long big rig caravan that spans from British Columbia to Nova Scotia. They're all going to condense and get to Ottawa, I believe today or tomorrow, and they're protesting the mandates. And Trudeau now coincidentally happens to have COVID in Ottawa, and now he has to quarantine. That's a little interesting. But anyhow, Elon said, hey, I support the truckers in Canada for freedom. And by the way, you guys can use CB radios. It's free of government interference or something to that nature on his Twitter. So that was interesting.
Yeah, it's good to see things calm down a little bit. But I got to tell you, I heard Fauci talking about COVID maybe wrapping up. They got to change the narrative a little bit. That election's quickly approaching.
You're going to watch that algorithm. Let's watch the footprint of COVID and how it steers closer to the midterms and how the left pivots like massively towards quote unquote freedom. It's just the playbook is so predictable.
It seems like a pretty predictable playbook when you see what's happening with Fauci now and what's going to be happening in the midterms, because obviously it's February, right? You're not that far away.
Yeah.
You're not that far away. Jason, when does that stuff start to pick up? When do you start to see, like, is it like probably more like June? When do we really get
May, for sure. Yeah, April, May, June. It'll start coming. Actually, Peter Thiel of PayPal fame, it looks like they're trying to primary Liz Cheney in Wyoming. There's tons of big money coming in, Todd. Big money donor Peter Thiel hosts fundraiser for Liz Cheney's primary opponent, Harriet Hageman. There's a lot of stuff going on. Soros, $125 million to the Dems. This is going to be a massive money grab for it's going to be a battle. And now there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes with, the Supreme Court. That was kind of a thing where Breyer's retirement was leaked. It's turning so political. They wanted to make sure he retired so Biden could get his candidate in before the midterms. A lot of moving parts going on. So pretty interesting.
I had heard that he had made some promises as to who it would be. But, listen, I think a Black female or African-American female, whatever the proper terminology is, I never want to be rude to anybody about that. It's just Black female. I'm sorry. I have my audio on the back going, but I think it's great to see that there is going to be a female African-American on the court. I mean, I don't actually have a problem with it. I think it's great. It just seems like strange to me that he made a political promise to that. I saw that political promise out there.
He hasn't held up many promises. People are pissed at him about the student loan cancellation, the Build Back Better infrastructure, and then the Pittsburgh bridge collapses there right before he gets to town. Did you see that bridge in Pittsburgh? It was a massive collapse. They had to form a line of like a human chain to try to save people. But Todd, I'm not really a big fan of identity politics. You and I will disagree here. I just like to pick the best candidates. Like, I don't know, like if, I don't care what their skin color is, what have you. I like to pick the most qualified candidates. I don't really believe in identity politics. I like policies that that's what I look at.
Let's hit some of the comments here. Todd, your take on the market, is it risk on or risk off? If you really love something, this is Devon Wright. If you really love something, I think you got to put risk on here. I continue to buy through a program, Nile, but that's through a program we signed on December 31st. I'm limited because I'm in a blackout period, so I can't really do anything with Nile. Once I pre-approve the blackout period purchases, there's nothing I can do to really change that. That's a bummer because I'd love to buy some more. Centro is a puke. BMR traders, it's a puke. It's 10 cents now. I think that's what Jason said. Centro's getting whacked. I keep buying more Centro. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough to see that Dave Demersion says that. Yep. I'm down 93% since the merger announcement. Oh, God, that's terrible. 83% down on Centro. Mara is at 22 after running out for $80. But Centro's too many certifications to go through to get the Jacksonville location up and ready before they see sales. Regulation is going to be a hurdle. This is what Boilermaker Bumpy's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, have you seen BOIL?
I saw some chatter about it today, but I wasn't able to really hone in on any trades or any market stuff today, traveling and stuff.
Dave Demersion says he picked up some Riot and some Hive. Do they have $25 million in cash? 1,000 vehicles to ship. Centro cap is exactly like Niles, unjustifiably, in my opinion. No comment there. It's good to be the king. I love that guy. I know I'm a big fan. He reminds me so much of a couple people. He's smiling there. He's probably pissed about Centro and Nile. Happy Friday, King. King. Let's see here. Centro is garbage. It's buying more fairly valued than the market. Okay. What is he saying? It's good to be the king, saying something about Costco. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Costco, he thinks it's a value play. I really like Costco. I'm not recommending it, but for sure. I mean, just think common sense wise. Costco's a monster.
Palantir is Boilermaker Bumpy. I never say their name right. Is it J.I. Tendra?
Oh, Jitendra Chalk.
It's done in Centro. Let's see here. AG has gotten destroyed. No kidding.
Yes.
Innovative Payment Solutions. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. Todd, how are you going to pay off the bridge loan? I'm going to pay it off with cash. Let's see here. I own 5 million of that. Boilermaker, with 5 million of that, what, at 0.5 cents? Wow. Dave Demersion, that's Todd's problem, not ours. Funny. Jason, Costco, huge buy. I love comments on Friday. It's Friday night comment day. Todd.
Hey, Todd, we missed a big story 1 hour ago.
What?
So this leads into the executive action that's coming from Biden. So Senator Wendy Rogers, a Republican out of Arizona, 1 hour ago on BitcoinMagazine.com, introduced a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender in Arizona. That'll get passed. That'll get passed, dude. It's Republican in there. Arizona is going to come through with this, in my opinion. It's right on Bitcoin Magazine. You should pull it up. I can't really share it, but if everybody wants to look at it.
Well, there you go. Bitcoin's approaching 38,000.
Legal tender in Arizona.
Yeah. As we crank out and get those machines installed, turn those machines back on. Get those machines back in here. No, just kidding. We've never turned them off. This isn't like trading places, man. Once we turn those machines on, I put a gun to Joe's head and say, Joe, run those bitches. Run them. And don't turn those things off ever, baby. Don't turn them off. Mind that Bitcoin.
Crypto Joe was with me in Kansas City. And
I know. I love Joe, man. I'm a big fan of Joe. He's been with me for so long. Wow, we really are approaching. We are almost at 38,000 on Bitcoin. That's a nice improvement. That'll be a good end. kind of concerns me a little bit because it's kind of a risk on asset. I kind of thought it would be more stable than this. Not going to lie, not very happy about that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Hey, guys, listen, we appreciate your time today. Yeah, we're going to relax on this Miami Friday. Christy has turned out to be really great to have her there. And so it's really, really been a treat. We're going to get better at the show. She's trying to keep me organized in a disorganized world that I am. Skyla,
Yes.
I think you're up here. I hope you got something funny on a Friday after we all had this tumultuous week.
I can't even believe it's Friday. I feel like this week went by so fast. Like we were just in Indiana and now it's already Friday again. But why don't vegans appreciate dad jokes? Because they're way too cheesy.
Oh God. Hey, that's good. That's good. Hey, Skyla,
Yeah.
you want to know what's even scarier?
What?
Is as of Monday, 1/12 of 2022 is out of the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, we're already going to be in February of 2022.
It's crazy.
This
Time's
is
going by
crazy
so fast.
times. Time's flying by, man, flying by. Hey, check us out on social media. I really would appreciate it if you liked and followed this episode. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell a friend. We got a conference coming up. Christy, are we going to roll out? We're going to do one more thing on the conference, or are we done for now? All right, everybody. Jason, I will see you Monday back at the office. Will you be there, my friend?
I will be, yeah, I'll be there. Yep.
Skyla, I will be there too. We got some other visitors coming.
Yeah, it's going to be busy.
Special thanks. Let's roll whatever clip we're going to roll right here. I don't know what it is, Christy. You tell me what it is. Let's go. Well, at least it's another clip. Christy, do we have any other business we need to attend to? We got the Risk On conference coming up on May 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Any other business? By the way, I got the schedule today of the people that are going to be there, upcoming podcasts. Check out Brucky One Bitcoin. He's been on the show. We got Alexander Svetsky coming up on the 4th. We got a lot going on here. We're really busy. I really want to meet as many people as I can in Vegas. We got a lot of special things we're going to do there. I got to see the schedule today. Jason, you're going to be a lot more excited about the schedule when you see it.
Hey, Papa's in the house. I want to get Papa set up. We got to work on that. I'll take care of that.
Hey, everybody, take care. It's Friday. It is the 28th of January 2022. This was the 180th episode of Risk On. We got a lot going on. It's going to be a busy February, but we're going to see you on the last day of the month, January 31st. We'll be there about 1:05. We have a really great show. It'll be fun, a lot funner than this like distance show we got going on here. But hey, we like to do this every day a little bit, talk about what we're looking at. What am I looking at? It's in the background, my man. I'm long Bitcoin, and I am so what's the word, Jason? Pot committed. I am like
Oh, so I looked it up and it's actually a tie between New York and Miami for the crypto capital. So
It's
you're right.
38,000
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
a tie right now.
Todd, keep talking. Bitcoin's going up.
as Bitcoin, as we exit Bitcoin at 38,000, you guys should know we are all in on this. I am all in. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Thank God that, thank God she has a little bit of her own money, because she's like, okay, if Bitcoin goes down, Todd, you're going to zero. I'm just kidding. We're along Bitcoin. We're mining it. Hey, we are a Bitcoin factory. Let's keep going. Jason, we're going to have to give us a little respect, because I know we're not mentioned in the articles, but some of the companies that are in the articles are smaller than us. What the hell is going on?
And on paper, we are scaling. Well, everybody sees our scaling. Everybody sees our releases. So
Absolutely. Hey, market a little bit better. It is what it is. We'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, everyone. Be safe.
All right.